Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Shri Hanama Bhima Madhvantargata Ramakrishna Vedavyasatmaka Lakshmi Hayagrivaya Namaha. Namaskara to all Sajjanas. I am Srinivasan Pranesh. So we are going through a series of discourses under the title Vedas, an Unbiased View. And this is part 7 of the discourse. In the previous sessions, we went through Ayatartha Jnana and the Vaisheshika school of philosophy, saying that there are 4 types of Ayatartha Jnana, that is the doubt, error, Anadhyavasaya, and the dream. And as per Madhva Siddhanta, we discussed that Anadhyavasaya also can be classified under the doubt, and hence a separate classification is not required. We took an example of a person entering into a forest or a garden where we have several trees, and among the several unknowns, the person wonders what a particular kind of tree is. So this can be very well classified under the doubt, and the condition to have the doubt, which is the common property, being a tree, is present in all the trees in this situation. And in case all other trees are known except one, for example, let us say there is a jackfruit tree, that alone is not known by the person who cognizes, whereas he is completely aware of all other trees, then that is not even a doubt situation, and it can be classified as desire to know something that is unknown. That's it. So then coming to the dream cognition, we said that dream is not at all Ayatartha Jnana. It is Yatartha Jnana only. That means it is a true cognition. And we slightly touched upon the Brahma Sūtrās Sandhyadikarana, which speaks about the dream experience and says the souls are propelled in the dream, and the dream is also under complete control of the God or the Parabrahma, who is Mahavishnu. So now in this part 7, let us further explore the concept of dream in line with Sri Vedavyasa Deva and Madhva philosophy. So the objection that may arise is there is no raw material or the material cause and the efficient cause for a dream. For any creation and destruction, let us take a simple example of pot. So there has to be some material cause, which is nothing but the clay and the water, all those required to make the pot. And there is a material cause. And there have to be an efficient cause, who is the potter. The clay and water cannot convert itself into pot. So there have to be somebody who creates the pot from the available raw materials. And similarly, after destruction, there have to be some remains as well, right? So when a pot has to be created, there have to be some raw material present before the creation. That is the clay, water, all those things. And after the destruction of the pot, the remains of the pot, that is the clay, have to be present again. So this is what we see in our general experience in the conscious state. Similarly, when it comes to the creation of the universe or the prapancha, so we say the material cause is the prakriti or the primordial matter, and the efficient cause is God himself, Lord Vishnu himself, who creates the universe from the primordial matter. So this is what is told in the scriptures. Now, coming to the dream state, there is no material cause or no efficient cause. When we are in sleep, something appears suddenly and then disappears. So we get into another state, which may be again the conscious state or the sleep state. The souls go through 3 states of consciousness, as I told already, 3 general states. Apart from that, we have samadhi and so many other things, as we went through in the past episode. The 3 main states of consciousness are the waking state or the conscious, complete conscious state, where we see this world and experience this world ourselves. Then the dream state, and the deep sleep state. So these are the three states, and we are now discussing about the dream state. So when you consider a dream, there is no material cause, there is no efficient cause. I mean, this is from the opponent, not from the Madhva philosophy. So there is no cause for the dream, and after dream, there are no remains of destruction also. Then how come Vedavyasa Deva come to a conclusion that the dream is a short creation and destruction for certain period? In this case, in the Brahma Sūtrās, Brahma Sūtra Bhashya, it is said that Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, which is nothing but the Vedas, the Upanishad belongs to the Vedas. So Vedas themselves say that the dream state is true. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we can see that it says there were no chariot, horses, and roads before, and they are created by God in the dream. So he is the creator even in the dream state. So this is said by the Vedas themselves. And while the soul is asleep or in the sleep state, not the complete sleep state, as we said, it is a transition between the waking state and the deep sleep state. It's a junction or sandhya. So in this state, when the soul or the body lies down, God still keeps creating everything. He sustains it for certain period. Then the destruction also happens. Everything as per God's complete independent will. Of course, this is based on previous karma of the souls. So God gives some experience to the souls. However, the main cause of the dreams is also God's independent will. And we can clearly say that the Vedas say horses were not present, chariots were not present, roads were not present. That means before the dream, these were not present, but it appears in the dream and then it vanishes as well. And the Vedas say this is a short creation and destruction by the God, and the God himself is the creator. So now, so many relations may also come in the dream, like the son, brother, wife, husband, and so many relations may be seen in the dream. And these are all born from the God himself. That is what the Shrutis say. Now, to answer the question, what is the material cause and what is the efficient cause of creation in dream? Because this is how we have got the experience. For any creation to happen, there have to be a material cause or the raw material, and there have to be an efficient cause who makes the creation, or the creator, we can say. So in this case, in dream case, the material cause is the impressions or the traces found in the mind from time immemorial. As I already said in the previous episode, during the dream state, the senses, that means the eyes and other things, does not work. The jnana indriyas, they does not work, but mind is also an indriya. The mind is active, and all the impressions or the traces of happenings from the previous happenings, that means in the past several births from time immemorial, are stored in the mind, and these impressions themselves are used as the material cause for creation. So that way we say the dreams have a material cause. The opponent cannot say that dreams does not have a material cause. The material cause is present, but it is not a physical material cause as seen in the case of a pot, but from the mind impressions. And the objects that appear in the dream were experienced by the soul in the past several births, and hence these objects are also true. That may not be applicable to the current context. That means when we suddenly wake up from the dream and see the world around us, so we get a different experience. So we think the dream is illusion, but it is not so. Whatever comes in the dream had been experienced by us in our previous births, and hence the objects of dream are real only. And now coming to the question on who is the efficient cause, it is God himself, Sri Hari, as in the case of the creation of universe, where the primordial matter acts as the material cause and the God himself becomes the creator or the efficient cause. Like, similar to a potter, in case of a pot, creation of a pot, the God acts as efficient cause. He utilizes the impressions in the mind of the soul to create the objects in the dream and give experience to the soul, and he himself is the creator. There is no doubt about that. And further, the dreams seem to indicate the omens as well, right? The good and evil happenings are indicated in the dreams. This is also told by Vedas themselves. For example, in Chandogya Upanishad, it is said that a person who is involved into some kamya karma, that is, a person who is doing something with the intention to have material benefits. So in the process, which is done for the several days, in case he or she happens to see a woman in a dream, then that can be considered as success. This is a good omen. So similarly, Vedas speak about the bad omen as well in the dreams. So when we see certain things in the dream, then the evil may happen or bad things may happen. I'm not going to into the details of those because that is not our area of interest. So Shri Vedavyasa Deva asks, dreams indicate omens. So if you say that dreams are not true, then how come the omens be indicated in the dreams? The omens are true, then how come that is indicated in the dreams? So by all means, we have to accept that the cognition in the dream state is real, similar to the waking state, but maybe different from the waking state. However, we cannot classify that as ayatartha jnana or unreal or error or something. From my own experience, I can say that when my grandfather expired, I was already interested in having a Bhagavad Gita book, and I was searching for a good book on where can I buy it and who could be the good author, all those. When I started my studies, when I was very new to the studies, still I have not completed my studies halfway, but when I was pretty new, I was looking for a book, and that time my grandfather expired, so he came in my dream, and he gave me some indication. In the dream, he picked a book from his rack and he handed over to me. I don't know what book it was in the dream, but immediately I told my father that there is an indication from the grandfather that he has kept a book for me, and in the last night dream, he picked it up from his rack and handed over to me. So please go and search in his room. There should be some book available for me from him. And to my surprise, my father went and had a search, and he got a Bhagavad Gita book for me, which my grandfather preserved for myself. So this is my own experience of dream, which came true in the conscious state, awakened state, the next day. So I have given enough discussions or the philosophy from the scriptures, and I have given my own experience also. Likewise, many people may have your own experience as well. So if we are not believing our own experience, then what else we are going to believe? So dreams are really true. They indicate something. Now there may be a question. You said Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says so and so about the dream state. Chandogya Upanishad says so and so about the dream state, based on which the debates are carried out in the Sandhyadikarana of Brahma Sūtrās. But what if somebody does not accept the Vedas at all? That is why I have given my personal experience also. Similar such experience, so many people could have had similar such experiences, so you can believe from that. And on the question, why I should accept this just because the Vedas say so, and that is the essence of our whole series of discourse. We are going to say that as of now, one may have this question, but the whole series is about accepting the Vedas as authority, and that is going to be literally proved in the upcoming parts with respect to a grantha named Vishnu Tattva Vinirnaya, authored by Sri Madhvacharya himself. We are going to look into various logical debates on the authority of the Vedas and the eternity of the Vedas. So let this question, should I accept just because Vedas say so, remain as such, and it will be answered in the subsequent parts of this series of discourse. It will be answered later. However, time being, let us understand that whatever we cognize in the dream or the true cognition only, and it is not error or ayatartha jnana, it is not an illusion as said by Vaisheshika and some other philosophies. And this is the contention, this is the stand of Sri Madhva philosophy, that the dream state is also true, and what is cognized in the dream is also a true cognition only. So with this, I conclude this part 7. In part 8, we will go through the memory, whether it is a valid cognition or not. Thank you. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.